Hello everyone. In the last video we have seen how to make our home page and we have added our background image but we haven't add anything in our footer section. So today we will add the footer. In the footer section you can add your email, mobile number and like copyright and sometimes like a Facebook account or Twitter link. Let me just zoom it a bit so you can see it clearly. Okay, inside the footer we will add a paragraph tag and inside that paragraph tag we will add our email and mobile number. You can add any other information you want if you want to. There you just need to add your email ID. Okay, and then add a break and go to the next line and then add your mobile number. Anything you want to add for contact purpose, like so you can give your social media link, like Facebook link or Twitter link. For now I'm just adding this too, for example. Now save this and refresh it so that you can see at the left corner you can see that okay, the color is black so we cannot see it. Let us just change the color to white. So we just need to style our paragraph tag, but you can also style it in the style sheet. But if you style it paragraph tag here in the style sheet, then wherever you will add paragraph tag in the next web pages like a login page or any other pages, this style will be fixed on that page too. So if we just need to style this paragraph tag, so we will add it here inside the opening tag of this paragraph tag. So let's give it a color white and text align center. Now after you save it and refresh it, you can see that it is in the middle position. Now let's add some break so that there is some space between them and from the top position. Once it is done, you can see that it has came down a bit, but let's add another break here so that two lines are separated. Let's to give it upward. Now let's add a space here. You can see that we have added space in the code, source code, but we cannot see that in our website. So we will add some non-breakable space here. We just need to add ampersand and then NBSP. This means one space. If you want to add more than one space, then you can just write it 2 times or 3 times, how many space you want to give. Here you can see that one space is added to both of them. Now if you copy this and paste it twice, it will be just there in the website. You can see it both on the, you can see it on the website, not just only on source code. Now let's add the let's add our homepage link here, index.html, inside the herb, so that whenever we click on our navigation bar home, we will come back to this page. You see, if we click on the books, it doesn't take us any other new page or something. If we add books.html, then you will see that it gives some error because we haven't created any books.html page yet, and we are clicking on that. You see, the file was not found. So we need to create it, and after we create it, we can just link it like we have done in the home page or home navigation. Now let's create some other web page. We will create student login. Let's create student login. Now again open a new file and save it as student login HTML. Save it as student login.html. You need to create it inside the main folder you have saved all your code, index.html and the style sheet. After you save it, start coding here. So here let's add the link to our page, student underscore and then login.html. I'm showing you how to work on how to make website just using HTML and CSS right now. I will add the PHP after some part. So here you can see that we have given the link there, and now in the style sheet we can just write a comment here, add a backslash and then an asterisk, and then just write the new page's name, student login, or anything you want to name it as, so that you can find it whenever you want to modify it somehow, so you can find it really fast. You don't have to go through all the code to find a class inside this page only. So let's add our title. If we don't add title, we will see the web page name like studentlogin.html, but if we add a title, then we will see our title inside the section. Yeah, you can see the change. After this is done, we can just copy paste some of the other things we have written in the main index page or home page. Okay, our meta character set and our link to the style sheet. We don't need to write it every time. You can just copy and paste it. It will remain the same for all the other pages too. So after this is done, we can just create our sections in the body part. So let's create the sections. Header and then section and then footer. We don't need footer actually in this case. we will only write our code in the header and section. So inside the header we will actually copy our navigation bar here, or the whole header section. We can just copy it and paste it. Okay, so we just copied our header section, but we can see the background picture of our home page. Okay, you can actually see we have only copied the header section only. We didn't copy the section part or where we have added a picture or background image. So you see both of them are same. This is because when we have actually given our background image in the section part, we haven't created any other class inside that section, or we just added it to the section. So whenever you will use this section in any web page and that web page is connected to our style sheet, all of this page will have the same background picture. This is why we need to modify our index page, or where we have actually added the background image in the section. We need to add another div file here, another div box, and inside that we will add a class name and we will style that class only, not the whole section. So here we have added our new div box, and now let's add a class name here. Let's give it a class name as section image, section underscore image. So this class, we will modify only this class inside our section. If we have found any class name like section underscore image, we will add our background image only then. Okay, so you can see now our student login page don't have the same background image as our home page. Okay, so we need to give a height to our new class we have just created so that the full image is shown. Okay, inside the section, inside section image class, let's give it a height. Our image height was 550 px, if you remember from the last video. Okay, now here you see now it's alright in the home page, and it is okay in the student login page too, as we have actually given a color gray in the student login or section area. You see only the gray color is visible here. Inside our style sheet you can just find that in the section we have actually gave it a background color gray, so we are just seeing it. So we need to add a background image here too in the section, so we can just add another class and just style it. Okay, so let's give it, let's add another div box here and give it a name, class name. Okay, it should be login image. You can give it any name you want, just make sure you don't write anything wrong so that it can find the class actually in the style sheet. We need to write the exact name, and if it is a class name, don't forget to give a dot in front of the name, and if it is a tag name, then you don't need to give any dot, just write the tag name and inside the second bracket style it. So we can just copy our section from the index page and just change the name of our image here, you need to have the image saved in your file, in the folder that you have actually saved all your images. I have said this in the previous video too. In the images folder, you need to have the image that you want to use in that particular web page. You can add this. Okay, I will just add another one. So I will just copy that image and paste it here inside this folder. Okay, let me just copy it. Once you have copied it, you can just see that the name I have saved it as 3. You can just save it as you wish, and it is a JPG file. The extension is really important in this case. If you write JPG instead of PNG, then the image won't actually show, because the image will not be found as you have written the name wrongly. So you need to be careful when you write the name of the image and the folder name. And let us just make it a bit bigger. Here we will add a form for login. I will show it next day. Now let's just make our header a bit shorter and remove our logo from here. The logo, I will keep the logo only on the home page, but I won't keep it here. But if you want to keep your logo in all the pages you want, then it's alright. Many people actually do that. But as our logo is actually a bit bigger, so most of our, I actually want it to be a little shorter so that I can see most of the things in the page, so that I don't have to scroll down to see the main content of the page. That's why I will just keep it a bit shorter. Okay, I just deleted image tag, and now I will style our h1 tag. I will just give it a font a bit more, and then you can save it and refresh it. Now you just need to adjust it according to your style. You can just style it as you want it. Let's add some padding or some margin. Let's give it margin top only, so that our writing will come down. Margin top 20 pixel. Now you see it has come down a bit. Now you see we can just add more line height. Let's make the line height a bit more bigger, and the font size, let's make it a bit shorter. Adjust it just as you want it to. It's not that you have to make it or give it the size exactly like I did. You can just add it according to your taste. You can do it like any. Okay, just do it as you want it to. That's your web page. You don't need to copy everything from here. I'm just showing how to do this. You need to organize everything like you want it to. Now we will just style our header section, and we will just make it a bit shorter like I said before, so that our main content will be actually in front of us as we open this page. We don't have to scroll down That's the advantage. So that's why I will make it a bit more shorter. That's it for today. Thank you.